Hi, my name is Martin Chavoy. I'm with the security policies team here at GitLab, and in this demo I would like to show you a proof of concept for a new capability of security policies, which is auto-dismissal of irrelevant vulnerabilities. This is a new action type for vulnerability management policies, which allows you to automate dismissal of vulnerabilities based on certain criteria, such as file path, directory, or identifiers. And for the purpose of this demo, I created a test project where we have included some of the built-in templates for scanners, secret detection and dependency scanning based on SBOM. In this project, I have already 3 test policies that I prepared. So if we look at the schema of these policies, here we can see the new action type auto-dismiss, and we can specify the dismissal reason. There is a bunch of reasons to choose from, and we can define certain rules which need to match for the vulnerabilities to be dismissed. So in this case, we say that we want to auto-dismiss based on either file path that needs to match spec.rb, or the directory is test, or the identifier is this specific one. If we look at the second policy, this one is for the secret. So let's say we want to auto-dismiss anything which is in the .env file. And in the third policy, we have 2 criteria for one rule, which means that both of them need to match in order for the vulnerabilities to be dismissed. So it needs to be both this identifier and needs to be discovered in the yarn log file. So let's add a bunch of vulnerabilities in this project. I will use my merge request as a cheat sheet. So let's start with the yarn log file, and let's add it directly in the project. I will just commit this file. This will trigger a new pipeline, and as soon as this pipeline finishes, we will see a new set of vulnerabilities appear in the vulnerability report. So let's have a look. And let's give it a few seconds, and here we go. So now we can see that some of them were added and one of them matched our criteria, so we can see that it was dismissed already. We can see here in the activity a new icon which is saying that it was auto-dismissed by a security policy. And if we click on the vulnerability, we also see this activity command here, and we can see exactly which policy dismissed it and based on which pipeline. And this is because it matched this identifier in this file. So this was the second policy. No, this was the third policy here. Now let's continue and let's add gem file log in the same way. Okay, so now we have another pipeline. Let's wait until it finishes, and now we already see that it passed. So let's go back to our report, refresh, and now we have a bunch more vulnerabilities, and we can see that this one matched our identifier and it was automatically dismissed. Now let's go back to the merge request, and let's try to add some secrets to trigger the .env dismissal policy. So let's add this one in .env and some other env which is not going to be matched by our policy. Let's commit these changes. So the previous vulnerabilities came from the SBOM scanner for dependency scanning, and now these ones will be testing a different flow, which is scanner ingestion. So we can refresh here. We can see that 2 more critical vulnerabilities appeared, and other env needs triage, but .env matched our policy and is auto dismissed. And now for the last flow is we have the advisory scanning. So for this we need to fabricate some data to match our policies. So this will test the case when there is new advisory published and it matches the packages that we have in our repo, and we have some affected package which should be auto dismissed based on the policy. So let's copy this and let's paste it in the Rails console. And now if we look at the vulnerability report again, we should see here our new test security advisory, which is dismissed. And if we look at the details, it matches the package, and here is the identifier that we have specified in one of our policies here. And based on it, it was dismissed. Yeah, so this is already it. Thank you for watching.